All right. Tonight we're going to be talking about True Health, and we have the new United coach with us tonight. But first of all, we're going to start with a video on one of our newest products. It's part of the True Health system. Have you got it all set up, Wendy?
Oh, I'm sorry. I had the Costa Rica video set up.
Okay.
Which one?
But can we play it? Will you have time as we go along to tell me later?
I can do that in a little bit here if you want to do. Do you want the Costa Rica one first or no?
Nope, I don't want to hold everybody up, so okay. We'll do that.
Sorry about that. I didn't see your agenda item.
That's okay. Maybe just before we call on Ashley.
Okay, perfect. I can do that.
Testimonials done, but I do want to just tell you guys, we're going to play the True Shape video for you guys, and you're going to see a shift in how these videos are doing and how they're producing these videos. And I'm really excited to share with you guys that there's some tweaking going on. And when you see the True Health Shape video, you'll know what I mean, and you'll come to your own conclusion. I will tell you that next week we're going to share a little bit with you about some of the things that Ron's doing. And we're doing in terms of training and bringing people on. We have 3 new associates that have joined our team. We're really excited about it. And hopefully they'll be on next week. We're just getting them out of the gate. And so we're going to share some videos with you and what we're doing to get people. These are people that don't know us, and we're reaching out to them, and these videos are working. These videos are working. So I want to give you an update. Go ahead. Yes?
I do have the video for you. You want it right now?
Oh, super. Let's run her. That's great. I love it.
Here we go.
Hello, I'm Dr. Steve Nugent, and I want to give you some information about the new improved True Shape product. Many weight loss products are thermogenics. The word thermogenic simply means to create heat. In relation to weight loss, the word thermogenic is used to describe the heating of one's metabolism to help convert stored body fat as energy. This is why some people use the phrase burn fat. Well, you don't actually burn fat, but heating up your metabolism is a significant factor in converting stored body fat into energy. The new True Shape is far more than just a thermogenic. It has multiple mechanisms of action, including support for normal healthy blood sugar, fat metabolism, helping to control your appetite or satiety support, lipid management, and even support for a healthy heart. And that makes it a huge and unique improvement over the previous version. You've heard me speak many times on the importance of maintaining normal, healthy blood sugar in order to convert stored body fat into energy when incorporating an appropriate diet and physical activity. Essentially, when your blood sugar goes above normal, you secrete insulin, which causes your body to store body fat. When your sugar is normal, it allows your body's mechanisms to begin to convert stored body fat as energy. So it's crucially important to any successful fat loss plan to keep that blood sugar at normal levels. And chromium is a key in this process. The second big improvement is our cutting-edge ginger extract. It's no ordinary ginger. It's super concentrated and extracted using the latest science to preserve its activities without the use of chemical solvents. Ginger has long been used to support digestive health, but now a growing body of scientific evidence suggests that its active compounds can beneficially affect multiple biological systems and antioxidant pathways, as well as supporting metabolic function. Using our safe but highly potent ginger extract could be hugely beneficial to your fat loss program. Many people struggle with appetite while trying to lose body fat and improve their body composition. So we added Garcinia cambogia extract to True Shape. Garcinia is a very popular ingredient in many weight loss supplements. It may assist with burning fat and has shown appetite suppressant properties, as well as contributing to normal, healthy blood sugar. We could easily have stopped our changes right there, and that would clearly have a tremendous improvement over our original version. But we decided to take it a step further. When you're talking about metabolic health, you can basically put it into 3 categories: healthy body composition, normal healthy blood sugar, and lipid management. Personally, I just love it when traditional medicines of ancient cultures are tested and validated by modern science. One of these is known as Salacia chinensis. Salacia is an herb that has been used for thousands of years in ancient Indian medicine for blood sugar support, which, as I've mentioned, is a vital part of a successful fat loss program. Modern science validates that this ancient herbal doesn't just support healthy blood sugar, it also supports fat loss, lipid management, hunger cravings, and heart health. Salacia is unique and special in many ways. The combination of nutrients with Salacia in True Shape can act as a sort of healthy metabolic highway system. Imagine that you want key carbohydrates, such as those found in ambrotose, to be properly routed through your system, allowing those healthy carbohydrates, or glyconutrients, to move rapidly and efficiently through your metabolic pathways, while carbohydrates that could raise your blood sugar and contribute to fat deposition are selectively routed off the highway and further down the digestive tract for beneficial processing and elimination. We want your metabolic highways to be as efficient as possible, routing carbohydrates for the best potential benefits. I think you're going to love the new True Shape. It's cutting edge, and it's a new addition to the highly successful True Health system. Use as directed with True Plenish Powder and True Pure to get on the road to the healthiest body that you deserve.
So I don't know about you guys, but I feel skinnier just watching that. Don't you? I happen to be taking the products, and like I said, you just feel like, oh, I'm just whittling right down right now. So anyway, we're going to, Dr. Nugent laid the foundation of the program, but you guys are in for a real treat with Ashley tonight, because she's going to take it to another level that I suggest that many of you probably haven't thought about unless you're on the program. So I do want to let you know that Dr. Nugent's presentation from last week has been loaded up to teamuptozoom.com. So I know we've got some requests for people to get that link. I will remind you, all you need to do is go to teamuptozoom.com, bring your cursor, right click, and you'll get the link that you can send to somebody. You can also click the share button, and that will work as well. Also on there is, drum roll please, Amanda Luttrell is a genius. I just want to go, her and her team are geniuses. They really are. They have upgraded the business, what we call our business video. And it's, I want to get the right title, Your Life, Your Terms. You guys have got to go see it. It's also loaded on Team Up to Zoom. Mandy and her team have pulled it together that, and I will tell you, Mandy, Ron has enrolled a couple people this week who have seen that video. So that video has become part of our prospecting and recruiting efforts in our office, and it is working. It is wonderful. There's a couple of videos. Mandy is flawless in her presentation, and you must, that's your homework. Going to Team Up to Zoom, check out the site, and watch the business presentation. Telling you guys, you're going to be blown away. So thank you. My thanks to Mandy and her team for such an amazing tool for us to use. So we're going to get started. I'm going to bring a gal up tonight. We have a couple of testimonials from people who couldn't make it, and I may wait until another week to have them come back and share their story. But Rita Mofield has an amazing story. She and I talked earlier, and she's going to share with you why she's so excited about the True Health System and how much she loves Ashley Torian. So can you unmute yourself, Rita, and share your story with us? Yeah, if you go to the top right of your screen, you'll see 3 dots. Click on the dot. Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Okay. Hi.
So, take it away. Tell us where you were before you started with the True Health. You had some stuff going on, didn't you?
I certainly do. I did. So I work I work in the hospitality business. I work 2 jobs. So I'm always serving food and for the guests and customers. And so I'm around food all day long. And it's so easy for me to go snack on food, find food when I'm hungry or when I'm bored or just because, it's there. And in this industry, you tend to eat really quickly and while standing up. And, sometimes you're on a break and you just don't know when your next opportunity to eat. And then on my evening shift, I would eat after work, so it's usually late at night, and you're eating the good stuff, the ribeye, and you smother it, and
What
so
happened with all this wonderful snacking?
right. So this fall, management put a no food eating policy at work. At my main job, and that really took me off my routine, and so I ended up gaining a lot of weight quickly because I would inhale the wrong foods. I'd go to different kitchens and just to satisfy my hunger, and then we had the holidays, and my daughter graduated from college, and then I had a mini vacation, and I was 225 pounds, and I was so scared. I I didn't know what to do. And, it's the beginning of the year, so I just decided to take the new U90 challenge. And I am so very grateful. I bought the kit years ago, and I didn't do anything with it, but this was my time. It's a brand new year. And the results, oh my gosh, let me tell you, I lost 26 pounds and 23 inches. And, I just feel awesome. I'm under 200 pounds for the first time in forever. And what a feeling. And I'm so thankful for Ashley and the program, and it guides you and the tools, and I no longer graze to the kitchens, or I can go past the kitchens, and no, I don't need that. I just don't need that. And I'm more prepared, and I eat slower, and I try to sit down more. And I'm so thankful for what the program has done for me. I have more energy. I can go running. I start running again. I jump rope. I don't know. I feel so different. I'm so thankful. So a little bit of my story. Yay.
Awesome. Everybody's applauding. I don't know if you can see everybody, but everyone's applauding. Yours is such a remarkable story in the sense that we can all relate to how you're feeling, that feeling you want to nibble. And it's just terrific. Rita, you are so generous in sharing your story with us tonight.
Thank you.
I know and believe in my heart that your story tonight has touched someone's life. And
that's great.
Thank you for your generosity. We had 2 other gals that were going to share, but I'm going to wait until another Zoom or another meeting for you to hear, because I want them to share. Can you hear Rita's emotion? And you know what? That's what makes the difference in sharing the story. Congratulations! It's her first time sharing on here, and say a little something to Rita. Thank Rita in the chat, and let her know how much we appreciate her. Thank you so much. I do want to take one quick moment. Someone has been with us for 25 years, and who I absolutely adore, has a quick story he wants to share with us. I don't know if it has anything to do with True Health, but John's excited to share it, and I'd like to take a moment to have him share his story with us. So I didn't even ask you what it was. That's how trusting I am of what your story is. What is it?
Well, thanks, Paulette. And it was triggered by the glasses that Margie and you had mentioned, and Amanda had talked about, where you got to wear glasses. And I'm going to be 60 in February, and I've been on Manatech products for 25 years, and I still, to this day, have perfect vision. And it's because the Manatech products support my nutritional needs that I do not get from regular food or intake of diet. And like Rita, I work part-time in the hospitality business, so oftentimes there's an opportunity of too much abundance of the wrong items, in my opinion, and that can affect my overall health. So I'm so grateful for Manatech products, because before Manatech, I didn't have the energy, I didn't have the stamina, and also it was a great recruiting tool, because when I went to get my eyes examined when I was 55, I didn't even go before that, although it's a good idea to visit your doctor regularly. I'm not saying not to. And the ophthalmologic surgeon, I got that right, took one look at my eyeballs and said, "Wow, what do you do?" And he signed up as a consumer. To this day, he still takes the products.
That's awesome.
So that's it for me.
Not just it. I mean, that's the first time we have an eye or vision testimony. So I hope you guys were paying attention. Wendy, is there? Do we know what's going on? Betty is sharing her screen with us. I don't know how that happened. What can we do, Wendy? You're muted, hon. Okay.
Okay, I'm working on it here. I'm going to have to go back and share mine a second. Okay, now I'll stop.
There we go.
There we
That's
go.
unusual because, okay. Well, that's a first, but you know what? We go with the flow around here.
Sorry about that.
No worries, really. So anyway, we're going to move on because we've got some really valuable information. I call this lady the boss, but because she is the head of the New United program, the True Health Challenge, but she's a lot more. Even if this is not your area of interest, I think when you hear what Ashley has to share, you're going to recognize that there's so much more for you to get in terms of support for your body, mind, and spirit, which is what we said in the invitation for tonight's Zoom. So when Ashley and I were talking about what we're going to do tonight, we talked about the True Health Challenge, of course, and our discussion, which I really love, Ashley, we were talking about True Health is more than just the products. Those are the foundational stuff. But Ashley's going to share with you tonight the rest of the story. So do you know how to unmute yourself, Ash?
All right.
All right. Welcome, my friend. We are so grateful for you to be here. Thank you. Thank you. How long have you been at this with sharing people how to get healthier body, mind, and spirit? How long? I don't even know how many years.
Over 30 years.
30 years.
I think I'm at 32. Yes.
Wow. Well, we have an expert on hand, and again, we're so grateful. So where do we start? Where would you like to start?
Well, you started great with the True Health Challenge. Yes, we have started, and it's time for you to jump on because as Paulette was sharing with you, it is more than just weight loss. I am coaching in this, that there is the importance of a healthy body weight, yes, and everyone wants to feel good in their body again, and that's always fun to lose those inches. But there's also another component to it, and that is how you're living your life. And through these 30 years that I've been coaching people, I realized one tiny piece of information that seemed to have been missing that really made up the whole equation. And that was, it's not just about calories in, calories out, and what I'm taking, what I'm putting in my body, and how I'm losing inches. But the most vital component to that is how they're living their life, if they're stressed or if they're relaxed, which means, are you operating in sympathetic dominance or parasympathetic dominance? That's getting really technical. And when we looked at that, we realized that people who operated in the sympathetic dominance were not maintaining weight loss. It was those who were operating in parasympathetic dominance, the relaxed state, are the ones that maintained weight loss, had a healthy life, vibrant health, and tended to adhere to a protocol for their body that met its needs, meaning they ate healthy, they made better choices, that kind of thing. And so we look at that and we go, well, you know, life is life and stress is going to come at me and things are going to get hectic. And yes, they do and they can, but it's if we are in a reactive state or if we're in a responding state. And so in the True Health Challenge, that's what I'm teaching people is it's a new way of doing things. It's not just about what you're eating, it's how you're eating. Who are you when you're at the table is the same person that manages your bank account. That's the same person that's building your business. If you are having hiccups in your business, in your bank account, whatever, look at how you are with food and how you're showing up with food. And I guarantee you the same archetype that's showing up in those areas is showing up at the table as well. And that is a very fun area to go into, is to see who you are at the table. Because that determines if you're being the rebel, if you're being the princess, if you're being the prince, if you're being the saboteur, if you are being the little girl or little boy who just wants a chocolate shake. It's very, very fun to look at who you're being in any certain situation of your life. And you can learn so much about yourself and how you are in a responsive state or if you're in a reactive state. And operating in that parasympathetic state will put your body into vibrant health. And so we are learning a new way of doing life. And the first foundational piece was given tonight, and that is just slow. You learn how to do things differently. You operate from a place of slow instead of a place of rushed, busy, fast. I don't have enough time. Time is short. There's never enough. Those are all reactive and sympathetic dominance, which is a stress state. Whereas if I have all the time I need is your state of mind, then you are in the parasympathetic dominance. You're in the relaxed state of being, which burns fat, puts your body in an optimal state of healing. It holds on to enzymes and healthy gut bacteria, so your body's super healthy. You digest, assimilate, and eliminate easily. And that is the place that I'm teaching people to reside in, because it's in there that we actually shift. We have a complete metabolic shift. We have a shift that happens not only physically, but the shift happens in our mindset, with our heart, and with all of our emotions. So I consider the mind, the heart, and the emotions the soul. It's a Bible study I did years ago. He categorized us as body, soul, and spirit. And that just resonated so much with me, because it's not just about our mind. It's about our heart brain as well, our gut brain, and our emotions that make up and run all of that. And so when we are the master of that one area of who we are, the soul aspect of who we are, when we are the master of that, then our life is so much easier and so much better, especially when it comes to our diet and how we care for ourselves.
You're reminding me very much of the fact that every single day I hear people say to me, and I feel this way too, is there just is never enough time, and there's that rush. And if there's one thing about what you're teaching right now is the slow. So what does slow mean in terms of meals, in terms of in terms of eating? Are you saying just pick up the fork, put it down? What does that look like?
Yeah. So when we eat slow, we start with about 5 deep breaths. We don't touch the food until we have taken in 5 deep breaths. And these breaths are comfortable. They're not so deep that you strain and stress yourself. It's just a very comfortable deep breath that you breathe in. And what that does is it expands the diaphragm. And when the diaphragm is expanded, it massages the stomach and gets it ready to receive food. So you do about 5 of those, or if you're really stressed out, you can do 10 in order to bring yourself back to parasympathetic dominance. And you breathe naturally like that for 5 to 10 times. And then you take your first perfect bite. And then once you put it in your mouth, you put your fork down and you chew thoroughly. And chewing thoroughly means that the food is really chewed up and almost liquid in your mouth. So if it's meat, it's going to be probably about 20 times. If it's salad, it'll probably be 10 to 15. If it's soup, it's going to be almost 0, right? Unless it has a few chunks of tomatoes or something. So you just chew until you get a lot of saliva mixed with the food, because the saliva is the first place of digestion. And then you swallow the food. You watch the food land in the stomach, and you feel it land in the stomach. Then you take a deep breath to massage the stomach so it can get activated to digest that food. And then you can pick up your next bite and put it in your mouth. Put your fork down, chew thoroughly, and repeat that process. The key to this is to just go slow and be mindful. You want to have the head brain involved. If your head brain is not involved, then the senses are not activated fully, and you miss a large part of the digestion process. They said the head phase of digestion takes up about 60% of your digestive power. So if you are watching TV while you're eating, you have cut off 60% of your digestive power. That's big, y'all. That's huge. You could burn so many more calories and so much more fat if you bring the head into the process.
So, all right, you got a new one on me. Okay, I love this. I wonder if we show a hand, how many of us do this kind of eating? You know, wow, I'm blown away. The head. Okay, I need to go back a little bit to that, because that one just blew me out of the water.
Yes, you bet. Didn't mean to blow you out. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's the whole point. 60% of our digestive power has to do about where our mind is at while we're eating.
Yes.
Did I read that right?
Yes, that is exactly it. So if your mind is watching TV and you're not tuned into the food, you've just lost part of your power. You just gave it away.
Now listen, I don't like losing power, girl. You know,
No.
I'm all over this power stuff. So,
none of us do.
So let me ask you a question. We're talking about eating, you know, the eating on the eating plan. However, let's chat a little bit about working with shakes or smoothies. Okay. One of the things that we hear is that if does drinking a smoothie activate our digestive process? Because obviously, our True Planet Shake is an important part of the program.
Mm-hmm.
So how would you answer that question when someone says to me, well, you know, I want to start my day chewing? How would I answer that question? And I have had this question, by the way.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so their question is, are they turning on digestion when they're eating this, when they're drinking the smoothie?
Yes.
They're not chewing. Okay. Yes, it does. It is food, right? And food is going to activate the digestion. And if you use the slow and you bring in the head phase of digestion, then that will turn it on.
Got it.
But if they drink it mindlessly, then of course digestion is not turned on fully.
Got it. If you're making your smoothie, what is the number one ingredient you would add, other than the True Planet powder, to that smoothie to make it really, really healthy? What would you add to it?
Oh, I do cacao and cinnamon.
Ooh, I'm all over that.
Those are my favorite.
How about avocado?
Yes, avocado is wonderful. Spirulina is great. Yes, and avocados are neat because they act as a banana, and since banana are more moderate glycemic, which is great for those that are on maintenance, but those that are on the program and really wanting to trim off fat, the banana isn't as friendly in that sense on the glycemic index. So if you use avocado, that will help make your smoothie smoother.
Oh yeah, 'cause I put avocado all the time in my smoothie. There's no doubt about that. So if you're looking to lose those inches, then you really ought to skip the banana. That's kind of my rule of thumb, I would think.
Yes, in the first 90 days, it is recommended, but then there are some bodies that digest that banana really good. So it's really, and if they're putting in a nut butter in there, it's going to lower the glycemic load on the banana. So it'll make it a low glycemic. So if you add a moderate food like a banana to a nut butter, the glycemic load is going to shift and it won't be high. It'll be moderate to low. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I have. So in other words, I hope everybody just caught this really neat hint here. If you're looking to put, like, I love almond butter, for example. So you might put a tablespoon of almond butter and maybe some banana. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Super. I love that. I think probably both the testimonials, Rita's testimonial and the one testimonial we'll hear another day, both of them talked how important it was in terms of their mindset and slowing down. And I think Rita shared a little bit of that as well. And I think when you think about it, Ash, it really applies to my whole life. You know, we're all juggling, and I don't know anybody. You know, our daughters are busy mothers, and they're on the go all the time. And I think not only for fat loss, but really for healthier living, which is what I want everybody to know about the True Health and what I have seen in some of the teachings that Ashley has done. We do have 5 minutes. Are there any questions that have been, I know we've got comments, and I think those are mostly thank yous. Let me just see here. Sue Wechter says her favorite is a small amount of cooked yam with cinnamon, nutmeg, vanilla True Plenish.
Yum.
And one cup of unsweetened almond milk and a 1/4 cup of cold water. Wow. That is terrific. Thank you for sharing that. So does anybody have a question for Ashley at this point? And I don't see it being posted, but let me just give it a minute.
So if you haven't joined the challenge and you're on the fence thinking about it, I highly recommend jumping on with us. Our theme for this time is Vibrant Health. And so it is about combining the True Health system and creating a true lifestyle around you that's centered around you and what your needs are. So it's the True You lifestyle. I don't know if anybody watched the Saturday training, but that is the focus, is creating vibrant health so you live your lifestyle that's centered around you. And that's what we'll be doing. So jump on with us. Next week, we get to talk about that head phase of digestion along with the gut phase of digestion. And it's the perfect portion control mechanism, so you don't want to miss it. Don't want to miss it.
Monday night before this Zoom, Ashley's doing it at 6 o'clock Central.
6 o'clock, yes.
6 o'clock Central, and then you can figure out your time zone from there. Let's see here. Marianne Garcia is saying, thank you, Ashley, for all your knowledge.
Thank
you. Rock.
Thank you, Marianne.
I totally agree.
Sweet.
I want to get back into gallery view here in case I can see if anybody is asking. Nancy, her favorite is chocolate True Plenish with almond butter, cinnamon, unsweetened almond milk, ice, and sometimes adding spinach and frozen cherries. Sounds wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Any other? One more? We got one more before we can say good night. Okay, I don't see anything else. Let me just check here. Thank you for the 2 ladies for sharing. Let's see, it was Nancy and Susan. Thank you so much. As a wrap up, I just want to really encourage you. Ashley, this is the first week of the challenge. Am I right? First
Yes, we
week?
did a prep week last week. We kind of just started early to give people a jump start. So you got 14 weeks instead of 13 in this challenge. Kind of
Wow.
nice. So we started with the prep week, and that call is recorded, and then the one we did tonight is recorded, and they're always posted in the new U90 Manatech Facebook group. So you won't miss a thing if you start now.
There you go. And the prizes are $1,000, $750, right? $1,000.
I think so. I think it's the same as it was this past time.
Yeah, and 500, I believe. I know that Rita took a second place. Congratulations, Rita. I love it. I love it. And you were an inspiration. I can't thank you enough. You know, if there was one thing I will share with everybody that I learned tonight is, and it really affected me very strongly, in talking about the differences in the sympathetic versus the parasympathetic response we have to stress. And I can personally share that I spent too much time in the sympathetic, sympathetic reactions or whatever. And I don't know about you guys, but that was so helpful to me. Learning the difference between the two systems that control our emotions, right? It's about controlling our emotions.
Our whole physiology.
Our whole physiology.
Everything.
Everything. Wow.
Yes. All the way down to the cell level. Yes.
Absolutely. And I love the idea of the metabolic shifting, but really about the balancing, Ashley. There's so much here. I promise you this. I'm gonna go out on the limb in front of everybody and tell you that I am going to do mindful eating tomorrow. And
Yay!
I'll let you know how I do. It's like, can I do this? And of course I can. Of course I can. And it's being aware of it. So that's it. That's all we have to share. I don't know if Wendy and Mandy want to say anything. Wendy?
Yeah. Hey, Ashley, thank you so much for sharing tonight. And I am definitely going to slow down my eating. And as you were saying it, I was like breathing, like, okay, I'll breathe 5 times now. So that was great tips. I appreciate that so much. Thanks for coming on tonight. And we'll be slowing down.
Good. You are so welcome. Thank you for having me. Thank you very much.
And Mandy?
Yeah, thank you, Ashley. And that was news to me too. Paul's a very slow eater, and I just shovel it in. So I'm going to change my ways starting tomorrow.
That's right. Good. Good job.
Absolutely. And Ron couldn't make it tonight because he's being a grandfather. Our grandson, Zachary, has his final baseball career of his high school career. And so Ron is on the baseball field being a grandpa tonight. So, and they're winning, last I heard. So this is a great way to wrap up his career as a high school baseball player. Listen, here is our next speaker next week, you guys. Get ready. Al Bala is coming back, and he is going to be our speaker next week. And he's got a few surprises up his sleeve for you guys. So make sure you're back, bring your new associates, and come and hear what Al Bala's got to share. I'm telling you, he's got some good stuff you won't want to miss. And again, a final thank you to Ashley Torian. So grateful that you were here tonight, and such value. And I hope that all of you feel the same way. And you've gotten lots of thank yous from our team tonight. We'll see you all next week. Thank you also for your support. It means a lot to us. We spend a lot of time thinking about all of you, and we care very deeply for all of your success, whether it's just on the product or in your business. We care very deeply about what happens to all of you. And so when you come and you bring your team and you show up, that's a sign to us that we're able to support and make a difference in your lives, because that we mean that very, very sincerely. So we'll see you all next week. Thanks for joining us. God bless you all, and have a great night. Bye for now.
Thanks. We love you all.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.